Hi, my name is Elochukwu. I'm the founder of the Food Factory in Nigeria, and I'm offloading with HoBeei. So for the CEO's Network Award, I was nominated for Food and Catering category and the Entrepreneur of the Year. Well, I won the Entrepreneur of the Year for 2022. Okay, so our Food Factory was started just after the COVID lockdown. It wasn't originally planned to be a business. It was something I and a couple of my friends and family was doing at the back of my house. Basically, there is an empty space in my house, and we had a grill, and we would make chicken, and we had drinks, and it was fun. Eventually, where I thought, why don't I sell the food to them? And people bought, So at this time, it was just June when the lockdown was just called out. We decided to order a few equipment off Instagram, and there was this vendor that had proper grills and toasters and all. So it was basically on Instagram. We ordered a few equipment, and they came in, and we decided to take off a picture from Google and of a shawarma, and then we posted it and said we had free delivery for a shawarma that didn't even exist. So apparently we got about 1,257 orders without no actual restaurant and no staff, no actual food. And it seemed a bit exciting, but till today I'm not sure people actually paid for the food, because we were more excited about delivering those shawarmas than actually getting payment for them. So it just happened that all my friends that we usually come to eat the food, we all came together and everybody helped us. We made all the food, and we sent it out to be delivered to everyone. And it was fun. We were at the back of my house for about 2 months, from June till September 9th, which was my birthday, and then on September 9th we opened a proper store. It was not like a proper store. It was a kiosk in a garden somewhere in Zone 5, and we were there for a few months. There were a lot of issues around there, robbery and some other things. Eventually, I thought we should go into proper quick service restaurant, which brought us to where we are now. And definitely I'm Igbo, so every Igbo person wants to do something home. So in December that same year, I opened a store in Enugu State, and one in Oka in Anambra. Well, I'm not from those two states, so I schooled in Enugu, so it was a place I had something. So we had those two stores, and then we also opened another one in Abuja in Guarimpa. And this one in Lube is our 5th store, and this is our first QSR. And there is one in Lagos now, and it's the 6th store. We're working on some other locations on the mainland, and hopefully on some other states. So basically, we're now moving towards quick service restaurant. So the business has been more of a learning experience. I wasn't a chef. I haven't been to a culinary school. Basically, I didn't have any plans to be a food entrepreneur. Before now, I've been more of a digital media consultant. I manage consultancy for social media development, and I also develop branding strategies and all that. So, but then you never know where life takes you, basically. So that's how we got here. I basically started running digital campaigns back in 2010 when I worked for Techmetry Solutions. It was here in Use too, and there was this other company, Tech Errands. And up till 2015, I managed consultancy for some IT companies in Abuja. And I moved to the UK, where I properly studied digital marketing in a postgraduate course. after which I did campaigns for Adidas and Trivago. It was about 2 years. And unfortunately, I was in Nigeria before the lockdown, and I remained there because I found something more worthwhile to do. How I cope when I'm stressed? Basically, most of the times I just shut down. I'm stressed literally 24 hours a day. I go as much as 72 hours without sleep most times. Some of the food factory stores run 24 hours. So there's been times where I've had to stay up with the stores. There's been times I had to maybe do deliveries myself from maybe like 12 a.m. to like 5 a.m. You know, just basically to support the business. So I think I have been more married with stress than anything. That I'm not sure there is actually a very structured way or any formal style that I manage my stress, but I think I more of just shut down and shut out issues and everything, because I mean basically Food Factory runs about 6 physical stores and about 7 virtual restaurants, which we presently run with aggregator platforms like Jumia and all that. So those virtually make up other structures that need management and planning and everything around it. So basically, I'm on the phone from morning till night. So there is always problem. You can wake up in the morning and a store is on fire, basically burning. You wake up tomorrow and they tell you that some agency has locked up one store somewhere. So I woke up 3 days ago and I got a message from all the stores from A to Z, and they all had problems. I just woke up in the morning, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It was problems. If it was not someone that was being owed, it's someone threatening to shut us down for one issue or the other, or somebody wants to take us to court. I feel like there is no clear blueprint to survival if you're not able to shut out this stress from your mind. Right? So something people don't know about me that I wish they did. Maybe apart from the fact that I was going to be a Catholic priest, and and I was in the seminary for about 7 years, and I just got married in December. So what are the odds? So yeah, I think that's it. And then I love to cook a lot. Maybe that takes me back to your question about cooking. So I'm this person that wakes up at 3 a.m. and I just go to my freezer and start bringing out things to cook, and I always come up with something, no matter what it is. I can make soup till morning, just different ones, even if I won't eat it. Most times I don't even eat it. I can just make them and put it back in the freezer, and it stays there for months till I give them out, you know. But yeah, apart from that, I think everyone that needs to know me actually knows everything they need to know. It's something I wish I could do better. Actually, I don't think there's anything I wish I could do better, because the type of person I am, I really don't wish for things. If I wake up this morning and decide to close this place, I just close it. I really don't wish for anything. I want things and I just go for it. So if there's anything I've done before now, or anything I'm doing, it's because I want it to be like that, and I really don't regret anything. So I'm of the school of thought that whatever happens, it's meant to happen, right? And if there is any decision I've taken, whether favorable or not favorable, it's just has happened, and it's meant to be. Something I'm currently learning, or rather plan to learn. It's funny, but I was learning CPR, resuscitative mechanisms, and just something for first aid. I thought it was a basic. It's not basic. I feel like it's a very important thing at this time for everyone to at least be prepared to give first aid. Even in advancement, even if we're not like medical practitioners. I've always also been very interested in learning how to write codes. I've always wanted to be a tech person. In fact, back in 2008, I had just finished secondary school. I had this plan for an e-commerce site. Then I'm not sure if there was Jumia and Konga, but there was OLX. And then I had it in mind that I really wanted something where, like a marketplace where people can put up things and sell, But then I didn't have the money to fund it, and nobody understood what I was saying. I spoke to a lot of people that I knew that had the money for it, and they didn't understand what I was talking about. For instance, I also had this idea in 2009. I actually wrote a proposal for it, and I was in 100 level, so the proposal was just here and there. I didn't know what I was doing, but I knew the idea that I had in mind was for a bus ticketing app. I wanted to have like an app, because I used to go to school from Abuja, and then I would go to Peace Mass. Peace, it was about 1,600 then to go to Enugu. The bus without AC, although they will give me money for the AC one anyway, but now I'll save some change. But then I always thought there was a long queue to buy tickets. So I always thought, why can't we have an app where I buy the ticket before I come to the park? And when I come to the park, I just maybe get on the bus. So it was something I really wanted to do at that time, but there was so much limitations around it. I spoke to a couple of people. They said, no, that Christmas had only touts, that how do you get such sector to become organized and all. To be honest, I'm the kind of person I am today. I would have gone through with it if I could write the code, if I could build a proper website. You understand? So it's something I actually really want to learn. I really want to eventually, I'm still going to do it anyway. I'm still eventually going to learn how to write code, so that when I think about my own ideas, I just sit down and just write the codes and it's there. An opinion I hold that is contrary to popular belief. It's, first of all, in fact, the most popular of it is that I don't believe the government is the problem of Nigeria. I've had these arguments with everybody. I've had it has turned to fight and insult and everything, separately, especially on my secondary school WhatsApp group. I keep saying that it's not the government, it's the people. So how do you want things to get better? I was having a discussion with someone 2 days ago, and I told them our power issues are never going to be solved as long as people will bypass their lives. In my own little understanding, generating companies are generating and selling to discos that are now private companies, and they are selling the same energy they buy to households and businesses who don't pay for it. So assuming if it was my business and I spend 1 million naira to buy and I sell it to you and I recover 500,000, tomorrow I'll sell you 300,000 watts, right? So do you understand? I'm not saying the government doesn't owe us anything, basically, but imagine how we were able to come up with Food Factory. It was literally out of nothing, right? We started this business with a budget of less than $1 million, way less than $1 million, right? So if there are like 1,000 other people doing the same thing, it could just be anything. I can wake up tomorrow morning and can decide to buy 10 chicks and rear chicken at the back of my house now that there is space, because Food Factory is no longer there. when the 10 chicken is grown, I can sell it and do 20, do 50, do 100. And before you know it, there is an actual poultry farm employing 100 people. Do you understand? So it's something that I feel, I mean, it's just my personal opinion, and it doesn't. Someone said it was because I came from a privileged background, but I didn't come from a privileged background. Let me take it back a bit. When I was in university, I went to a private university, but while I was in that university, I sold oranges, pineapple, watermelon. Right? I had very wealthy people in the school I went to. It were very few because they were not admitting a lot of people, but I managed to get admitted. But I went there and said, oh, these are rich kids. Let me find something to sell to them. I had the cleaners in the school when they finish cleaning in the morning. So I would give them money. The first day I gave them 5,000 naira. They went into the village and bought oranges and pineapple and watermelon. They sold it and they made 21,000. You know, so I gave them back there were 3 cleaners. I gave them 2,000 each one. The money at that time, their salary was 8,000 naira a month. Right? So I was giving them 2,000 naira per day to sell me oranges, and I make 11,000. So these oranges, after lectures, I would gather everybody. We would go around the one of us would eat orange from 1 o'clock. I'll finish lectures till night. But they didn't know they were contributing money for me. You know, from there I eventually started selling Indomie as well, right inside the school. Right? It was a business I started with 10,000 naira at that time. Eventually, after about 6 months, Multipro started supplying me Indomie directly. They were giving me as much as 100 cartons, and I would sell and pay them back. It was very lucrative. At that time, Indomie was 1,050 naira, and a crate of egg was 410 naira. I still remember very vividly. And I also had the laundry in school. So the thing was, I didn't really need all this money, but for each 20,000 I get, I wanted to do something else as well. So basically, I went to Renaissance University in Enugu. I mean, anybody that didn't know, half of the money spent in that school comes back to me. So my laundry goes around the hostels every morning, pick up everybody's clothes, wash them, return it the next day, take more people's clothes. And then where my Indomie spot was, you have to come by 3 o'clock and take number. Then you come back from 6 and queue. It was the only place that you could buy Indomie at that time. So if you don't eat it there, you have to tip an Okada guy to go to town and buy for you. So it was an opportunity I saw, right? And then I took it. So I feel like if everybody can also look out for little opportunities around them, it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter if you're a medical doctor, if you work for someone else. I mean, I've worked for someone else as well, and I had my own business, right? So, like, we all owe that to offer the world, basically. That's what I'm saying. So, the advice I would offer to anyone that wants to go into food business, whatever business you would want to do, it's don't wait till your capital is complete. Sometime in 2017, I was going to start food factory. It was on a different name. I wanted to name it iBox at that time, and I had flyers done, I had boxes done, but I didn't start. I thought money wasn't complete, and there was a mistake I made, because I could have just started how I eventually started, because money is never complete. It just never comes complete. So if it's food you want to do, make one plate, sell it to your friend, and when he pays you, sell to another friend, sell to your family, whoever that will buy, whether the food is sweet or not. For really, start from the people around you till you can save up enough money to expand. I mean, getting a space or a proper space is really not the most important thing. It's just something that even eats you up the more. But with how the current business ecosystem is structured, You can do virtually everything online. There is Instagram, Facebook. You can really sell so much on Facebook. Till today, over 90% of our customer base is on Instagram. We have less than 10% of working customers. Yeah, I think Instagram has really benefited us so much. So think of something that you can do from the comfort of your home and just go ahead and advertise it. It's really very economical, and the return on investment is very high. So just basically start. Don't procrastinate. How I declutter my things? Actually never do. Actually, not like I never do. Most of my clothes, so my dispatch riders will come to my house and really pack all my clothes and my shoes and all. So they don't even give me the option to, they just come and I'll bring out everything then. And apart from that, I'm actually very lazy to sort out my things. But I really have a lot of things I would love to declutter, but I just haven't had the time. My wardrobe is really scattered. Anybody that knows, it's really scattered, and my things are just all over the place in the house. But I hope when I'm able to get myself together, I can really sort out a lot of things. There is really so much, because I don't even use more than I don't use up to 10% of the things I own. To be honest, a lot of things are redundant, and I have shoes I bought in 2018 that still has labels. I've never worn them, and I just noticed last weekend that some of them are already peeling, and I feel so bad about it. But yeah, if I'm able to get myself together, I really would love to declutter a lot. Hi, my name is Elochukwu, and I've just uploaded with HoBeei. Since I just uploaded with HoBeei, I'll be giving out some things on HoBeei, so please check my HoBeei profile. Thank you.